Submission, faith, and patience, you conveyed the noble message, brought us light through your guidance. Peace be upon you, my beloved.
Can you tell me about what happened with Zayd ibn Haritha and also about the rebuilding of the Kaaba?
Quraysh was ready to rebuild the Kaaba, but they were terrified of doing it because they had seen firsthand what God did to Abraha when he tried to destroy the Kaaba in the year of the elephant. And so those that had seen that firsthand or had heard about it and knew about it, they were terrified to touch it. When the first man put his axe against it and they saw that nothing happened, they continued on their task. But they came to the corner called the Black Stone, the most honored part of the Kaaba, and every one of the leaders wanted to move it himself because they knew that they would talk about who was the one who moved the Black Stone in its place for the rest of time, and each tribe wanted that honor for themselves. They were ready to come to a civil war until one elder said, to resolve the conflict, let's let the first man to walk into this house, God will be the one deciding who walks in first. Let's let that first man judge between us and say which leader gets to put the Black Stone in its place. Little did they know that the man who would walk in next would be Muhammad, the son of Abdullah, peace and blessings upon him. When he walked in and they saw his face, they said, Radina, Radina, we accept, he's the trustworthy and the honest, we accept. So they told him the story, and he, with his wisdom, took off his cloak, put it on the ground, and they took the Black Stone and put it on the cloak. Then each leader held a part of the cloak to move it to its place. And all that was left was a slight adjustment, which he, with his blessed hands, peace upon him, moved the Black Stone to its place. That's the way he resolved the conflict, teaching us that anytime we have an opportunity to bring people together, that's always better than actually being biased. Another event that happened right around that time for the family of the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him, was the addition of Zayd ibn Haritha. Zayd became Zayd ibn Muhammad. After his father Haritha, Zayd was a slave. He was gifted to the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him, by his wife, and he was gifted to her by her cousin. When Zayd came to the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him, he was treated in amazing treatment, such that when his father Haritha found him and offered the Prophet any money, the Prophet said, let's just give him the choice and he can go back with you for free if that's what he chooses, because the Prophet didn't like slavery. So Zayd chose to stay with the Prophet, and Haritha was shocked. How could you choose someone over your father? He said, I don't think anyone can treat me as good as Muhammad has treated me, even if it's my father or mother. So Muhammad, to honor Zayd and to honor his father, he freed him from slavery and adopted him. He became Zayd ibn Muhammad. Around those same years, the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him, became very loving of being alone, of reflecting. The worship act that had been forgotten from the time of Abraham was to sit in reflection alone and decide what life is really about. He started doing that more and more. Between the age of 35 and 40, every year he would increase the number of nights that he spent in the cave. He would leave 3 miles away from his house, climb 90 minutes to get to a cave called the Cave of Hira, a small cave enough for really only 1 or 2 people. And it was on one of those nights when he was 40 years old, one of those dark nights, very little moonlight, where he's alone in a cave, having not seen anyone for days, when he all of a sudden saw a man appear out of nowhere. That man came close to him in a way that terrified the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him. Next time we'll see what the man said to him and who that man was. Greetings of peace. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
With submission, faith, and patience, you conveyed the noble message, brought us light through your guidance. Peace be upon you,